Alright, so here's the deal. We need to immediately insert some footage played in black and white. Alright, so I have 3 planners in front of me because this is really going to be the core of my system for 2023. Because I have committed to 2 different planner systems for 2023, and every time I post that video, I am extremely confident that I have found the answer, and then the minute the video goes live, I am all over the place again. I see a post that makes me miss something, I see a different post that makes me want to use something different, I see one of the planners on my shelf and I'm like, ooh, I missed that, and I am just playing this very intense game of ping pong where I'm reaching for multiple planners throughout the day. And while I really think it's a good thing to switch a planner if it isn't working for you, and I love the creativity of moving into something new, the amount of jumping back and forth that I'm doing is frustrating me and I'm exhausted. So instead of dropping off the face of YouTube for about a month and a half and figuring out what the heck I actually want to do, I thought I would try and film the process of elimination, I guess, that I'm going to go through. I've been really wanting to do this daily log diaries video series where I do sort of like a stationery focused vlog on a daily basis with a mini topic, and I had intentions for it to be a lot more educational, but at the same time, this is life and I think it will make for an interesting watch. Let me know down below if you want me to continue making these in the future. But since I'm doing a daily upload for the next week, I thought I would give myself a little challenge, and I'm going to challenge myself to give my original system a proper test run. That is made up of 2 different planners here. I have my Hobonichi weeks. I went with a standard size Hobonichi weeks for 2023, and I do have a setup video. I've not done anything drastic. This is exactly how I said I was going to be using it. I think throughout the course of this week, you'll kind of get a little mini flip so you can see where I've been at with this planner. But this is going to be my functional planner, my everyday carry, the planner that goes with me out on the go. I'm hoping this will be the first thing I touch in the morning and the last thing I touch at the end of the day. The biggest hang up I've had with this planner is that I'm not doing daily logs anymore. And in December, I proved to myself I don't need a daily log to be productive, but I have really relied on that daily log to help me memory keep, do a little bit of artistic work, that kind of thing. But if I'm using the companion, which is my Hobonichi cousin, as my journal and my archive, I think I'm gonna find I've got plenty of space to do exactly that. So the cousin is the planner that I can never resist from year to year, and it's been a couple years since I've properly finished them, but I have 3 fully complete Hobonichi cousins on my shelf. 2022's is about a third of the way filled in, so big bummer there, but I can't resist trying to pick this up again for 2023. So the secret is out. I have been keeping this updated since early January. I'll give you a proper flip later in this week, but really quickly, here's how I've been using my Hobonichi cousin. The index spread I use as a calendex or an index. I guess it's really more of a future log spread. This is how I've used the Hobonichi cousin for the last 4 or 5 years, so no change there. I index what's on my daily pages. At the end of the month, I will figure out how I want to color code my entries, and I typically do that with a mild liner. My monthly spreads, I was not creative with. I'm directly copying all the information from my Hobonichi weeks into this monthly, and I like the space, so I'm going to stick with that. The weekly space I use for a hybrid of memory keeping / archiving. I'll talk about my definition of archiving later in the week, but really what it means is I'm duplicating down all my tasks, all the key memories, doing a doodle, habit tracker, all that kind of stuff in one spread here. And I really enjoy doing this in a vertical spread, and it's kind of fun doing it on Tomoe River paper. Here's my current week, by the way. And then in the dailies, I am archiving and journaling. Again, I use the word archiving, but essentially if there is a collection, a tracker, a piece of reference information, ephemera, a photo, something that I want to collect from the day, remember, index, and find again, that is what I consider the archive portion of my daily pages. So for example, I have a running wish list and gift ideas list. That is a collection or a tracker that I want to reference and update. And I have a reading log where I'll write down all the books I've read with a rating for 2023. These are the things that get indexed in the front of my planner, and then all the space in between I draw, doodle, put down ephemera, and most importantly, journal. I have been keeping up with this. I've also been significantly backfilling this from a few days. I think I still have a couple blank spreads, but that's not a big deal. I'll leave them blank or end up using those pages if I want to add a more intense collection, or maybe I need scratch paper when I'm planning something or another. I'll come back and use those pages, so I'm not too worried about it. But so far, I've really enjoyed using this space again. It's sort of put a good time cap on my journaling. So we'll see how this rolls for the rest of the week. So yeah, 7-day challenge. Hobonichi weeks is my main planner, cousin as my journal archive, and everything else. I guess I'll mention my work planner isn't changing. This has been really consistent since I started this in December. This is the English edition Mon Uncle Hobonichi weeks. So that is gonna just continue on. I don't know why I hit the nail on the head with that one right away, but the rest of my system is just in crazy town, I guess. So yeah, that is my plan. This is my challenge for the next 7 days, is just to stick to these two things and see how it goes. getting to the point in my day where I'm ready to do some journaling in my daily pages, but with this 1 week Hobnichi duo challenge, I thought I would just write down a few thoughts about how things are going each day. I never really use these check boxes at the top of the daily page, so I'm giving myself a little header and then I'm going to put down some bullet points every day. I'm hoping it will just be a quick, like, how did I feel about it, what worked, what didn't, things maybe I'd want to do a little bit differently for tomorrow. But I'm thinking, one, it's kind of a cool way to document that I'm doing this challenge, and also I'm hoping at the end of the week I can review the notes and get a little bit of a reality check on, hey, yeah, this worked, or maybe most of the feedback is negative. I will say today the feedback was pretty positive. The weeks felt really functional. Daily pages are my absolute favorite in the cousin. And one negative thing, I didn't do morning pages like I've been doing in my traveler's notebook. So I either need to find space for that, carve out some of my daily space here, or maybe supplement with something else.